Hey guys, I'm Josh Douglas. I'm sitting here with my good buddy, Corey Brant. Corey and I have been friends for a long time. Our first tournament is actually our first tournament to get...
Club tournament.
Yeah, each of our first tournament. We hit it off then and kind of always been fishing together ever since. Fished a lot of tournaments, been teaching each other everything we know. Recently, last couple years, I moved down south to learn the Tennessee River and those impoundment ways of fishing. And Corey's up here in Minnesota doing big things out on Lake Minnetonka, and we just never got the opportunity to get in the boat like we used to and yeah, and just go catch them. And we made it a priority as soon as I got back, and we did it, man. I mean, we went out and had one of the better days I've ever had. Sheer numbers and big ones, yeah. Probably
caught over 100 fish, dozens in the 4 to 5 pound range, lots of 2 and 3 pounders. Just one of those days that I'm thankful we have on video. We'll be able to watch it now a little bit.
And it generally never works that way. You know, we went out and had a good day a couple days ago, and we were getting off the water after just a few hours of fishing, and our thumbs were raw, and we were, man, we got to try to get this on GoPro, and we didn't know when we were going to be able to do it, but leave it to a couple bass heads like us, and it was the next morning. And it had been even a better day. Yeah. Even a better day yesterday, out there with the GoPros running, and we caught a lot of bass. Did a lot of things, traditional Minnesota fishing, flipping big jigs and frog fishing, maybe some dock fishing, a swim jig, but
square bells.
Had to have been the jig worm.
Jig worm was the key. We definitely started off fishing our strengths, power fishing a little bit, throwing the big jig, and then soon found out that we were on a much bigger school of fish than we had initially thought, and kind of sat off the edge of it with the jig worm. And I think the biggest key was the exposed hook. A lot of times you're trying to rip it through the foil and get a reaction bite, but this time it was a little different. We were fishing, you make long casts, let it fall on slack line, and then we were basically fishing spring cabbage and just some crap weed that's been left over from the spring.
I think the last few clumps for the spring.
Yep, and letting that jig worm with those exposed hook get caught up on the grass and just kind of lean on it, and we weren't ripping it off it. We were wanting to get caught on the grass, and sooner or later you'd go to pull back on the grass a little bit, and you'd have a big one on.
Big one on, yeah. I'll show you the actual setup I was using. Corey was using one slightly different, but same idea. A jig worm. For my southern friends, this is not a shaky head. I've had to defend that for quite a while. Shaky head's meant to be fish on the bottom on maybe rocks or something, and these are sometimes fish on the bottom, but it's our finesse way of fishing the weeds. Same stuff you'd flip generally. My setup for this is just a 6/8 G Loomis rod, medium heavy action, something with a lot of backbone. Shimano reel. I do use braid, 12, 15 pound Seeger cans and braid, and I bring it to about a 10 or 12 pound Seeger Tatsu fluorocarbon leader. A lot of zebra mussels around here, and as Corey was saying, you know, the exposed hook. I was using an Outcast money jig. That's what I use for the jig worm, and you can use ribbon tail worms, Cincos. In this case, I was using the new Biovex Colt stick. This is a brand new Biovex bait, just getting introduced underneath the Colt line of plastics. Proven plastics that we've done numerous videos on and stuff before, but this is a new one, and I'd say it worked just as good.
Yeah, it was.
It was definitely a good day out on the water, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we definitely liked putting it together. That was a fun couple days we had, so check it out.